Comedy on Cookman.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
Comedy on Cookman. Jersey Shore, stand up, stand up.
This is a comedy show without alcohol. It's a little bit like sex without foreplay, but I've done that before too. These guys ran a marathon to help who?
Special Olympics.
Special Olympics. I hosted an Easter egg hunt last month to benefit epileptic kids. It was called Search and Seizure. My phone died on the way here. I'm really not sure. I was like, this is a thought I had on the way here. I was like, how do people ever drive before there was phones? It's not really a joke, it's just a thought. So many hipster people are having kids these days, and they all have these ridiculous names that are also nouns. My friends gave birth to a son named Steele, perhaps the daughter Apple. But the problem is that the problem is that these hipsters. Oh, there's a. All right, yeah. There was a hipster video of Fedora the Explorer. It's only a matter of time before a hipster opens a video store. I have to apologize for that. I'm a little bit tired. I was recently diagnosed with MMS. That's Matthew McConaughey syndrome. The doctors say after a few months of treatment, though, I'll be all right. Sometimes I do hang out with Matt McConaughey and Brad Pitt. Sometimes Johnny Depp always calls us up. Oh, hey guys, what are you doing? Oh, we're kind of busy. And I said, I got these really cool pirate stories. I cover the phone. Like, he's so desperate. So, oh, what are you guys doing? I said, oh, sorry, man. The car only has 3 seats. He said, oh, what kind of car only has 3 seats? We hang up on him. And me, Matt, and Brad go to the beach. Sometimes we take our shirts off, wrestle. And look, if that sounds gay to you, you're right. It's super gay. It's super gay. This is the longest amount of beard that I can grow without wanting to buy a van and fill it with candy. Why? So I had to buy a creepy bike. It's bad getting molested. It's even worse having to sit on my handlebars on the ride home. I've been dating recently. Now it seems like I've done this before. I've been dating recently. I'm on Tinder and Grindr because to me it's a numbers game. But I try to get serious about dating, but every time I do, then I just watch an episode of Girls and I punch myself in the dick. Does everybody realize that HBO has just remade all their shows? That show Silicon Valley is just Entourage for nerds? And that Girls is simply Sex and the City, the college years? And no amount of camera work or clever dialogue is ever going to convince me that Hannah is fuckable. Never. You know, right? Yeah. And then, like, if you're watching that with your girlfriend, and she's like, "Would you still love me if I looked like that?" And she just said, like, "If I completely let it go, will you still be here?" Just say no. Do us all a favor. If you see a mermaid, you'll be super excited. You'll tell everybody. If you see a merman, you'll be far less excited. People ask you about it, say, oh, I heard you saw a merman. How was it? It was kind of gay. Sometimes I encounter the fact that I'm racist. But I don't even realize that I'm racist. I call it strange racism. Sometimes it's things that happen. Like I needed to pick out these boots. So I was going to say, oh man, I need to pick out boots. I'll ask my gay friend. And I said to myself, is that as offensive as asking a black guy to help me pick out a basketball? Sometimes you discover your races where you're like, oh, the plane completely disappeared in the middle of the ocean. And then somebody says, oh, but the pilots were Asian. You go, oh, that makes sense. Sometimes you discover you're racist. You see a black guy in sunglasses, you go, I bet he's really good at playing piano. Actually happened to me. Is anybody drinking tonight? Have you been drinking? All the commercials say, oh, drink responsibly. Like, responsible drinking is not unlike having sex without intent to orgasm. And then, oh, don't drive drunk. We're not supposed to drive drunk. Why does it make rap music sound so good? If I had a superhero, it'd be hung up. If I was a superhero, it would be Hangover Man. He'll probably fight crime later, but maybe tomorrow. I think Gatorade needs to make a Bloody Mary mix. For the athletic alcoholic. Somebody with me on that. So it looks like there's a few couples in here. And sometimes, this happens to me when I sleep with ladies, right? That like, be just about to sleep and the lady will be like, what are you thinking about? And sometimes you say the right thing. Sometimes you go, oh, I'm just thinking about how much I love you. Or you're like, oh, I'm thinking about how much fun the flea market's going to be tomorrow. But like, sometimes she's like, oh, what are you thinking about? And you say what you actually are thinking about. And that can get you into trouble. And you think, what are you thinking about, baby? Do women have diaries because talking about themselves constantly is just not enough? Sometimes, yeah, baby, what are you thinking about? You think Hitler had an easy bake oven when he was a kid? Oh, sometimes you realize you're thinking about something brilliant. What are you thinking about? You go, Edward Scissorhands was just a goth Wolverine. Your whole life, my whole life, I didn't know that. Baby, what are you thinking about? Burlesque is just a burlesque is just a French word for fat stripper. Baby, what are you thinking about? Do you think fat gay people come out of the pantry? Alright. This will be my last joke. I've been dating this girl recently. It's been going good. But I ran into this little setback. She wants to be choked while we're having sex. Is that? You're like, I don't know, say anything. She wants to be choked. Like, this is not something that I was aware was a thing, but apparently it's more popular. And it led me to wonder, like, were my parents choking each other? You know? Like, I don't think I'm, like, prude or whatever the word is now. I've been in a three-way, and those dudes were awesome. The choking though, like, I just can't get into it. I think maybe I watch too much UFC. Because every time I start to do it, I just hear Joe Rogan in my head criticizing my technique. He's never going to finish from that position. Thank you.
Dress every week like Fashion Week. Live every week like Shark Week. Treat every Saturday like Sabado Gigante.